Monica and I have an open relationship now.
Is she even on this app anymore? I don't hear her voice.
Would you acknowledge that she has one of the best voices of this app?
Vocal fry is all I can say.
Well, that's necro. I don't think. Do we think Monica has vocal fry? It's something more like a baby stuff.
She makes every topic seem like she is entering the world for the first time. So I agree.
Her voice reminds me of all those stupid Disney princess movies from back in the 90s that I was forced to have to watch or take my daughters to that I can't stand, or like the movie The Last Unicorn, the voices on that one. That's how you can tell I'm a father, the fact that I know a cartoon named The Last Unicorn. I think that's what her voice reminds me of. And I'm just like, as a parent, you're just annoyed at the mere notion of that high-pitched voice.
You're a good dad, Brad.
I have to say, though, and Roger's the person who showcased this, for all the reasons people state when they say they don't like Monica or complain about her, the go-tos are, at least as far as I know, still without evidence. Is that right, Roger?
I want to just state for the record, when Monica
I'm just curious. Like you were the one complaining about socialization.
No,
previously. So there's this. Hold on. I just asked a question. I don't expect you to pay attention to me. A lot of people don't pay attention to me. Honestly, I probably just shouldn't say anything. But usually you can tell by the tone of someone's voice and the inflection at the end of a sentence whether or not they asked a question or just made a statement. And the polite thing to do, if one were well socialized, is to allow anyone to answer it. You sound too eager when you jump in that quickly. You don't have to give enough time for me to be sufficiently responded to at all. But to prevent from embarrassing yourself, you should pause so that people don't think that you were poorly social.
Can I answer your question, Kelly?
Please.
Yeah, I don't think there's sufficient evidence to say that Monica is a racist. In fact, I used to challenge people if they had a screenshot or if they had a clip of her saying something racist, go ahead and expose it, and I would pay $500. And nobody could answer that challenge. Kima, do you remember what you offered as a submission of evidence that Monica was racist? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
With the ghost?
It wasn't an attempt to win $500, but just to prove she was racist.
Do you still have that image? Could you post it?
I gotta find it. I'll try to find it. I got it somewhere. Give me a sec.
All right, cool. But I don't want to continue talking about Monica. I don't want to make Victoria uncomfortable. And me talking about other women, considering that we were going steady on the clubhouse, I don't want to be respectful.
I just wanted to go on record stating that I don't like Monica. I don't like her ideas. I don't think she has great things to say in general. However, when her account was eliminated, I still defended that Clubhouse bring her back. I thought that was wrong. I think if you disagree with somebody, you don't just eliminate them. You don't just block people. And I think that's where society is breaking apart from my perspective.
Wait a minute, you just stated that Clubhouse needed to remove people, that you wanted it back to invite only, and that you wanted other voices to be silent, particularly those that disagreed with your viewpoints earlier. I'm a bit confused by your two statements now.
But Clubhouse is open to everyone. And I don't think Monica is a troll, for example. I think some of her arguments are probably not well thought through, but I don't fault her for that. What I was referring to by the opening of Clubhouse was the invitation to trolls, essentially. There are a lot of people that have multiple accounts. There are people, including in this room right now. I think Anon with a clown is Edmonds, for example. That guy, I would definitely ask to leave if I were hosting a dinner.
Hold on. Nope, I've got it on good authority that Anon with the fingernail polish at the very bottom is Edmund.
Okay, well, whatever the case, yeah. So these gentlemen, not gentle, not men, arguably, I don't want them in this app.
Why?
I don't think they contribute value.
Why? Because I think Edmund is actually quite intelligent. I think he can articulate a position. I think he does.
Has he ever actually been on the stage?
Yes.
I have never heard this.
Last night he was on the stage. We were talking about his campaign. He's running for Congress. We talked about my disapproval of him recording rooms back when the app didn't have this anonymous feature, but I've acquiesced because the app itself has basically said that Edmund is one. Because as you pointed out, he's in the room. You were wrong about which account, but that's irrelevant. He's here. He's streaming the room as we're speaking. And the thing is there's nothing I can do about it. Once upon a time, if I would have identified his account, knowing that we were streaming, I could remove him from the room. And we had a lengthy conversation, hours last night, talking about the pros and cons of that. And, people made points about their privacy and, whether they consent to be recorded or streamed. And all of those things are moot points at this point because the app itself has said that not only are they not going to stop them, they're not going to give me the tools to do anything about it.